Hello again, YouTube. Hello Moto55 is on the Varadero and he's loving it. I've spent all morning on the Varadero and it's safe to say that it is a fantastic bike. Well, I've done, how many miles have I done now? I think I've done about 30 miles on it this morning and it is absolutely fantastic. I am well in love with it. Is it as good as the KTM? Well, unfortunately, it is faster than the KTM. I'm not gonna lie, it is faster than the KTM. But to be honest with me, that doesn't really surprise me though, because at the end of the day, you've got to think to yourself that this Varadero is a V-twin. You know what I mean? It's got a lot more torque, it's got a lot more pull, it's got a lot more most things, you know what I mean, than the KTM has. It does not handle as well as the KTM. It does not handle anywhere near as the KTM. So I've gained slightly more top speed, but I've lost my handling capabilities. Which, to be honest with you, yes, it is a big downfall, but you know, I'm not so bothered, to be fair. You know what I mean? I think I'd much rather have the Varadero's cruising capabilities than the KTM's sharp handling, to be fair, because most of my time to work is spent either on dual carriageways or on quite long stretches of road. And the Varadero, I mean, I've done the stretch that I usually come to work this morning, and it's fantastic, even though I've done the stretch that I usually go to work and I don't work there anymore. Yeah, never mind. But you know, I just thought it would be a good road to test it, you know, and I know the road like the back of my hand, so I thought, yeah, why not, let's just test the Varadero on that road. And it is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to do a little bit of a top speed run now for you guys, just to show you what the Varadero is made of. As soon as I can get out of Durham. I've just been to meet up with some friends in Durham and have a crispy creme donut, you know, not a bad little donut, crispy creme, as you do. But yeah, Varadero so far is winning, people. The Varadero is winning. Its gearbox is lovely, everything's lovely about it. I seem to have a bit of a stiff front brake, which I'm probably going to bleed it, to be fair. I think that's what it needs doing. I think it needs bleeding and fresh brake fluid putting in, but I'll soon have that sorted. That won't take me long. But yeah, I'm going to do a little top speed run for you guys. It's not far now, and we shall see what the Varadero can do, because I've not yet had it actually 100% flat out. Actually, I literally only give it a little blip, and well, she sailed past 70 miles an hour, and the KTM usually died at about 65, 70, and the Varadero just sailed past 70. To be fair, I still had about, you know, I was only doing 9k. I had plenty of RPMs left, so you know, I think the Varadero is going to top out off the clock. If I'm honest with you, I really do think it'll pull off the clock, because you know, it does have, well, on the books it certainly doesn't have power, but you know, I'm telling you now, I've owned a YSDF R125, I've owned a KTM Duke 125, and both the YSDF R and the KTM Duke, they can't pull as well as this thing. I mean, this thing can just cruise. I mean, what gear am I in now? Right, yeah, I mean, I was in bottom, you know, one off from top gear. Yeah, and I mean, I'm doing just under 20 miles an hour at 3,000 RPM in top gear, and I can pull the throttle back and there's just immediate response. There's no lag, there's no, oh, change down, I'm juddering. It's just response, and that's it, done. It's absolutely beautiful. Throttle is beautiful, the way it handles its engine power is beautiful. It is a fantastic bike. But then again though, you know, I said to my friends when I got to Durham, I said, oh, you know, it's so good. They say, it's a Honda at the end of the day, and I must admit I used to own a Honda XR125 as well, the supermotor kind of Honda. That was actually my very first 125, but it was stolen, which is why I got the YZF-R 125, and you know, that was champion as well. I mean, it wasn't anything special, mind you, you know what I mean, there was nothing great about it, but it was an awfully good bike. It was very good, it was very reliable, it did a lot of miles to the gallon, it was champion. Another thing which I am looking forward to seeing how many miles it does is that the tank on this Varadero cost me £21 to fill it this morning. She was on reserve and I put £21 in her. That has to be the biggest fuel tank I've ever put in a bike in my life. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how much miles the Varadero does to the tank. That'll be really interesting, that's for sure. And yeah, oh, by the way, welcome to student heaven. Durham has to be like the biggest student place in the world, although I am a student technically, so yeah, I can't really judgmental on that. But yeah, it's but no, all thumbs up for the Honda guys, all thumbs up for the Honda indeed. Actually, I'll tell you what, if there's no cars coming the other way, I want to see what she's like overtaking. So we're on quite a steep bank here. Yeah, I want to see what she's like pulling past. I'll just wait for this learner to come. And now, oh, there's a car coming now. Bollocks. I was gonna, you know, see what she was like at pulling. I might do actually. I might just give her a quick pull past this Vauxhall. Right, 2 seconds. I don't know what gear I'm in. I'll drop a gear. Wow. I mean, that's why we love the V-twin. I literally dropped 1 gear there, and she pulled past that Honda. We're doing just under 30 miles an hour. I dropped 1 gear. She sped all the way up to past 40 miles an hour. I think that was 2nd or 3rd gear. I think it was 2nd, yeah, 2nd gear. But she pulled like an absolute train. That's champion, that. I'm well impressed with that. And that was up a bank as well. And that was safe overtaking there. That's one thing I'm you know, I don't like overtaking on 125s because the margin for safely overtaking something isn't a lot, because you don't have a lot of power at the end of the day. But I'm finding overtaking is well, it's something that I'm thinking more about now. You know, when I'm on dual bypasses, I tend not to overtake, I just seem to sit behind things. But on the Varadero, you know, even when the wind's at you, when the wind's coming at you, you still have plenty of give to go. I mean, I'm in top gear here. This is top gear. We're pulling up a bank. She hasn't lost any RPM. The throttle's not even wide open. There's the throttle wide open there, and now she's speeding up. It has a lot to give. It has definitely a lot to give. It has a lot to give. So anyway, we're approaching the bit of dual, and we'll test her top speed. I'm not gonna lie, the dual is slightly down bank, so you know, it's not straight line speed by no means. The dual bypass we're on is slightly down bank, but you know, it still should be good. It still should be very good indeed. So we'll see what we have out of her. So here we go. I'll drop a couple of gears so I can, you know, get a hasty on quite quickly. So I reckon I'm in 3rd gear now. So I'm gonna go for it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 3rd gear, 12,000 RPM, 50 miles an hour. Changing it to 4th. There's 60. There's 12,000 RPM. There's 65 miles an hour into 5th. There's 70. Straight away 11,000 RPM. I'm ducking behind the windshield now. There's 70 miles an hour. 75 miles an hour. 12,000 RPM. We're getting close to its red line, almost at 80 miles an hour. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's all she has to give. So, Varadero 125 top speed. Well, maybe if you had a bit more road, you know what I mean, you might have hit the 80 miles an hour, but suffice to say she pulled the 70 there without I'm in top gear now. Top gear. This is a bank. Let's see how much speed she loses up this big bank here. She did lose quite a bit of speed there. She dropped about 10 miles an hour. But I am in top gear. I haven't changed down, and we'll just drop down the speed limit. We shall just drop down to the speed limit, methinks. That is one thing I don't really like doing. I don't like doing over the speed limit in towns and stuff. I've found it's just really not worth it. In all fairness, it's just really not worth it to go over the speed limit where you are. But anyway, YouTube, there you go. Honda Varadero 125, top speed. Well, bit more road, 80 miles an hour. Wasn't really trying very hard, but safe to say that she'll sit at 70 everywhere, this old girl. That's for sure. So yeah, 70 miles an hour is the decent top speed. She'll easily sit at that on a straight all day long and cruise quite nicely. Anyway, more videos coming up, people. Stay tuned. This is Hello Moto 55 out. Don't forget to comment, subscribe and like the video if you actually genuinely like the video. And yeah, see you in a bit, guys.